Tired of paying for multiple streaming services just to find something good to watch? What if I told you that YouTube is a treasure trove of incredible, full-length movies that are completely free and legal to watch? That is right! Forget scrolling through endless subscription libraries. Some of the most unique and fascinating films are just a click away, waiting to be discovered. In this video, I am diving into 15 incredible movies from various genres and eras that you can watch right now, absolutely free. From classic westerns and gritty noirs to psychological thrillers and cult classics, this list has something for every film lover. So get ready to update your watch list with some amazing cinematic finds you probably did not even know existed. Number 1. The Legend of Ben Hall, 2016. Let's kick things off with a modern Australian western that packs a serious punch. The Legend of Ben Hall is a gritty and visually stunning portrayal of the final days of Australia's most infamous bushranger. The film meticulously recreates the harsh landscape of 1860s New South Wales, following Ben Hall and his gang as they are relentlessly pursued by the colonial police force. What sets this film apart is its raw, almost documentary-like feel, and its refusal to glamorize its anti-hero. Instead of portraying Ben Hall as a romantic outlaw, the film presents him as a desperate man, trapped by his choices and the brutal reality of his time. The action sequences are visceral and unflinching, with a realism that will leave you breathless. While it may not have the budget of a Hollywood blockbuster, its dedication to historical accuracy and powerful performances make it a standout in the Western genre. If you are a fan of films like The Proposition or Hell or High Water, you will find a lot to love here. It is a haunting, beautiful, and ultimately tragic film that deserves a much wider audience. Number 2. Reefer Madness, 1936. You have probably heard of this one, but have you ever actually seen it? Reefer Madness is arguably the most famous so bad it is good movie ever made. Originally produced as a morality tale intended to scare parents about the dangers of marijuana, the film has since become a cult classic for its hilariously over-the-top portrayal of reefer madness. The plot follows a group of high school students who are lured into a world of drug-fueled jazz music, violence, and insanity after trying marijuana for the first time. The acting is melodramatic, the dialogue is preachy and ridiculous, and the facts about drug use are laughably inaccurate. What makes the film so compelling today is its unintentional comedy. It is a fascinating time capsule of 1930s propaganda and a testament to how far our understanding of drug policy has come. With a notoriously low 3.8 out of 10 rating on IMDb, its value is not in its quality, but in its cultural significance as a piece of cinematic camp. It is a must-watch for film buffs and anyone who enjoys a good laugh at the expense of old-fashioned scare tactics. Number 3. Mr. Johnson, 1990. Here is a powerful and overlooked drama featuring a young Pierce Brosnan before he became James Bond. Mr. Johnson is set in colonial Nigeria and tells the story of a clever but naive Nigerian clerk who desperately tries to adopt the ways of the British colonialists. He sees himself as an English gentleman, but his constant schemes to get ahead and his naive trust in the system lead to his tragic downfall. Brosnan plays a rigid, by-the-book British officer who represents the unyielding and often hypocritical nature of the colonial administration. The film is a poignant exploration of cultural collision, identity, and the destructive legacy of colonialism. What makes Mr. Johnson so special is its refusal to paint its characters in simple, black-and-white terms. Johnson is both endearing and frustrating, while Brosnan's character is both decent and complicit in a corrupt system. Based on a classic 1939 novel by Joyce Carey, the film was praised for its performances and its thoughtful, nuanced storytelling. It is a quiet but powerful film that will stay with you long after the credits roll. Number 4. Death Force, 1978. If you are in the mood for some gritty, old-school action and revenge, Death Force is a hidden gem of the blaxploitation era. The film follows a Vietnam veteran who is brutally betrayed and left for dead by his comrades after a heroin heist. Miraculously surviving, he is nursed back to health and learns ancient martial arts before returning to Los Angeles to exact his bloody revenge. This is pure, unapologetic exploitation cinema, filled with over-the-top violence, funky 70s music, and a relentless pace. The film's star, James Iglehart, delivers a charismatic performance as the vengeful hero. And the fight scenes, while not as polished as a Bruce Lee film, have a raw and brutal energy that is incredibly effective. What makes Death Force stand out is its influence on later revenge films. It is a clear precursor to movies like Kill Bill and John Wick, with its tale of a seemingly unstoppable force of nature tearing through his enemies. It is a must-watch for fans of gritty action cinema and blaxploitation history. Number 5. Beware of Widows, 1961. Looking for a lighthearted romp? Beware of Widows is a charming and witty British comedy that feels like a breath of fresh air. The story centers on a young bachelor who inherits a dilapidated country cottage, only to discover that it comes with three tenants: two very attractive widows and their quirky elderly aunt. Complications and hilarity ensue as he tries to manage his new living situation and navigate the affections of his new neighbors. The film is a delightful mix of farce and romantic comedy, with sharp dialogue and fantastic performances from its cast, including a young and lovely Shirley Ann Field. What makes this film so enjoyable is its playful energy and the genuine chemistry between the actors. It is a perfect example of the kind of sophisticated but accessible comedy that British studios excelled at in the early 60s. It may not be a deep, philosophical film, but it is an incredibly entertaining and feel-good movie that is perfect for a lazy afternoon. Number 6. 5 Minutes to Zero, 1960. This one is a tense Cold War-era thriller that will keep you on the edge of your seat. 5 Minutes to Zero is set in West Berlin and follows an American intelligence officer who is tasked with preventing a top-secret North Atlantic Treaty Organization defense plan from falling into the hands of Soviet agents. The clock is ticking as he races against time to stop a mysterious spy known only as Gibraltar. The film is a classic example of the espionage genre, filled with twists, double crosses, and a constant sense of paranoia. What makes it particularly effective is its use of real locations in Berlin, which adds a layer of authenticity and tension to the proceedings. The city, divided and scarred by the Cold War, becomes a character in itself, a labyrinth of shadows and secrets. While it may not have the budget of a James Bond film, 5 Minutes to Zero relies on clever plotting and suspenseful storytelling to create a gripping experience. If you are a fan of classic spy thrillers like The Third Man or The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, this is a must-see. Number 7. A Peaceful Trip Turns Deadly, 1964. Do not let the generic title fool you. A Peaceful Trip Turns Deadly is a bizarre and fascinating piece of 1960s B-movie cinema. It is also known by its original title, The Fat Spy, which gives you a better idea of what you are in for. The film is a weird hybrid of beach party movie, spy spoof, and monster flick. The plot involves a group of teenagers on a treasure hunt who stumble upon a secret island inhabited by a centuries-old man and his daughter. There is also a subplot about a rival group of spies searching for a lost fountain of youth formula. It is all as strange and wonderfully disjointed as it sounds. The film is famous for its cast, which includes Jane Mansfield in one of her final roles and a young Phyllis Diller. What makes The Fat Spy so memorable is its sheer weirdness. It is a film that defies categorization, jumping from slapstick comedy to musical numbers to moments of genuine strangeness. It is a perfect example of the kind of off-the-wall, low-budget filmmaking that made the 1960s such a unique decade for cinema. Number 8. Quicksand, 1950. Quicksand is a fantastic film noir that shows how a series of small, bad decisions can drag a good man down into a criminal underworld. The film stars Mickey Rooney in a surprisingly effective dramatic role as a garage mechanic who borrows $20 from the register to take his girlfriend out on a date. What starts as a minor infraction quickly spirals out of control as he tries to cover his tracks, leading him deeper and deeper into a life of crime. The film is a brilliant exploration of desperation and moral decay, with Rooney giving a performance that is both sympathetic and tragic. What makes Quicksand so compelling is its relentless pacing and its realistic portrayal of how quickly a life can unravel. The title is a perfect metaphor for the protagonist's situation. The harder he struggles, the faster he sinks. The film also features a young Gene Cagney and a memorable appearance by the legendary Peter Lorre as a sleazy pawnshop owner. If you are a fan of film noir or character-driven crime dramas, Quicksand is a must-watch. Number 9. The Lost Moment, 1947. For something more atmospheric and gothic, check out The Lost Moment. This psychological drama follows a publisher who travels to a decaying Venetian palazzo to purchase the love letters of a famous, reclusive 19th-century poetess. He soon finds himself becoming obsessed with the woman's story and drawn into a mysterious relationship with her elderly, eccentric niece. The film is a haunting and dreamlike exploration of obsession, memory, and the blurred line between past and present. The cinematography is stunning, using the shadows and decay of the Venetian setting to create a palpable sense of mystery and unease. What makes The Lost Moment so special is its unique, almost surreal atmosphere. It is a film that operates on a psychological level, leaving you with more questions than answers. The film was directed by Martin Gabel and features a mesmerizing performance by the legendary Robert Cummings as the obsessed publisher. It is a forgotten gem of psychological cinema that will linger in your mind long after it is over. Number 10. Secret Beyond the Door, 1947. Here's a psychological thriller from one of the masters of the genre, Fritz Lang. Secret Beyond the Door is a haunting film noir that feels like a dark fairy tale for adults. The story follows a young woman who impulsively marries a mysterious widower. After the wedding, she begins to suspect that her new husband has a dark, obsessive secret and that she may be in danger. The film is filled with Lang's signature expressionistic style, using shadows, strange camera angles, and surreal dream sequences to create a sense of psychological dread. What makes this film so fascinating is its exploration of Freudian themes, particularly the Oedipus complex and the nature of male obsession. The script was co-written by the renowned playwright and novelist Aldous Huxley. While it was not a commercial success upon its release, Secret Beyond the Door has since been recognized as a classic of psychological horror. It is a must-see for fans of Hitchcock, film noir, and anyone who appreciates a movie that messes with your head. Number 11. Guilty of Treason, 1950. Guilty of Treason is a powerful and historically significant anti-communist drama from the early days of the Cold War. The film is based on the true story of Joseph Cardinal Mindszenty, the Hungarian primate who was imprisoned and tortured by the communist government for his opposition to their regime. The film is a stark and unflinching portrayal of the persecution of religious and political figures behind the Iron Curtain. What makes it so compelling is its immediacy. The events it depicts had happened just a few years before the film was made, giving it a sense of urgency and relevance that is still palpable today. The film was clearly made as a piece of anti-communist propaganda, but it transcends its political message to become a moving testament to the power of faith and conviction in the face of oppression. It is a fascinating look at how Hollywood was grappling with the emerging Cold War, and it serves as a powerful reminder of the historical struggles for freedom and religious liberty. Number 12. One-Eyed Jacks, 1961. This is a true classic of the Western genre, and it is available for free on YouTube. One-Eyed Jacks is the only film ever directed by the legendary Marlon Brando, and it is a masterpiece. The film follows Rio, a bank robber who is betrayed by his partner, Dad Longworth, and left to rot in a Mexican prison. Years later, Rio escapes and seeks revenge, only to find that Longworth has become a wealthy and respected sheriff. The film is a sprawling, epic tale of betrayal, revenge, and redemption, with Brando delivering one of his most iconic performances as Rio. The cinematography is breathtaking, with stunning shots of the California coastline, and the score is haunting and beautiful. What makes One-Eyed Jack so special is its psychological depth. It is a Western that is as interested in the inner lives of its characters as it is in gunfights and chases. The production was notoriously troubled, with Brando taking over from the original director Stanley Kubrick, but the final result is a film that is both epic and intimate. It is a must-see for any serious film lover. Number 13. Lionheart, 1990. Get ready for some classic 90s action with Jean-Claude Van Damme at his best. Lionheart is one of the most beloved films in Jean-Claude Van Damme's filmography. He plays Léon Gautier, a paratrooper in the French Foreign Legion, who deserts his post and travels to America after his brother is brutally attacked. To support his brother's family, he enters the world of underground bare-knuckle fighting, where he quickly becomes a champion. The film is a perfect showcase for Van Damme's incredible athleticism and his signature high-kicking fight style. But what makes Lionheart more than just another action movie is its emotional core. The relationship between Lion and his brother's young daughter adds a layer of heart and motivation. That elevates the story. It is a film that understands what makes the lone warrior archetype so compelling. With its thrilling fight sequences, heartfelt story, and a star-making performance from Van Damme, Lionheart is a quintessential 90s action flick that still holds up today. Number 14. Captain Kidd, 1945. If you are in the mood for a swashbuckling pirate adventure, you cannot go wrong with Captain Kidd. The film stars the inimitable Charles Laughton as the titular pirate captain, a role he was born to play. Laughton's performance is a masterclass in villainous charm, equal parts menacing and comical. The plot follows the infamous Captain Kidd as he is commissioned by King William III to escort a treasure ship from India. Unbeknownst to the king, Kidd plans to hijack the ship and steal the treasure for himself. It is a fun, fast-paced adventure filled with sword fights, double crosses, and buried treasure. The film also features a young Randolph Scott as the noble hero who stands in Kid's way. What makes Captain Kidd so enjoyable is its pure, unadulterated sense of fun. It does not take itself too seriously, and Lawton clearly has a ball chewing the scenery. It is a perfect example of the classic Hollywood pirate film, a genre that has all but disappeared. So hoist the colors and set sail for a grand adventure. Number 15, Hellboats, 1970. We will wrap up this list with a gritty World War II naval adventure. Hellboat stars James Franciscus as a United States Navy lieutenant assigned to a dangerous mission in the Mediterranean. His task is to command a flotilla of small, explosive-laden boats and destroy a heavily fortified German naval base in Sicily. The film is a tense and exciting wartime thriller that delivers plenty of action and suspense. What makes Hellboat stand out is its focus on a lesser-known aspect of naval warfare, the use of small, fast attack boats for hit-and-run missions. The film was shot on location in the Mediterranean, which gives it a great sense of authenticity. The action sequences are well-staged and exciting, and the film does a good job of building suspense as the mission approaches. While it may not be as well known as other World War II classics like The Great Escape or Where Eagles Dare, Hellboats is a solid, entertaining war film that fans of the genre will definitely appreciate. It is a fitting end to our list of incredible free movies. And there you have it, 15 incredible full-length movies that you can watch right now, absolutely free on YouTube. From epic westerns and gritty noirs to psychological thrillers and swashbuckling adventures, this list proves that you do not need a pricey subscription to find amazing cinema. These films represent a rich and diverse history of movie making, and they are all just a click away, waiting for you to discover them. I would love to hear which of these hidden gems you are going to watch first. Drop a comment below and let's know which one caught your eye, or if you have already seen any of them, share your thoughts. Your feedback helps me find more great films to share with the community. If you enjoyed this video and want more recommendations for free movies on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We are constantly searching the digital archives to bring you the best of what is out there, completely free. Thanks for watching and happy viewing.